Donald Trump's attempt to prevent Mike Pence from testifying is doomed to fail. Hello viewers, welcome to Us Inside. Please subscribe to my channel to stay updated with all latest updates. Former President Donald Trump will not succeed in his attempts to prevent former Vice President Mike Pence from testifying before a grand jury with the citation of executive privilege, legal experts said. Pence was ordered to answer questions under oath by special counsel Jack Smith, who is leading the investigation into the Capitol riot and Trump's attempts to overturn the results of the 2020 election. Prosecutors took the significant step of subpoenaing the former vice president as Pence is seen as one of the key witnesses in the investigation. Pence described how Trump pressured him repeatedly to prevent Joe Biden's victory in the election on January 6, 2021, from being certified, even though he did not have the authority to do so, and it would also have been illegal. Even as the riots occurred, Trump tweeted that Pence didn't have the guts to do what he should have done by preventing the results of the 2020 election from being certified, as supporters of the former president were heard chanting "Hang Mike Pence" in the corridors of the Capitol. Trump's lawyers have already indicated that they will seek executive privilege, which prevents communications between the president and the executive branch from becoming public, to prevent Pence from disclosing conversations he had with Trump on and around January 6. Attorney General and legal analyst Joyce Vance writes in her blog that executive privilege only applies when the president is engaged in the running of the country, not when he is complicit in holding on to power after losing an election. In order for the former president to assert executive privilege, the current president has to allow it. Biden has already twice declined to use executive privilege with respect to Trump. First in October 2021, when the House Select Committee investigating the Gene 6 attacks sought White House documents, and then again in May 2022 in order to authorize the National Archives and Records Administration. Another slide of presidential records from the Trump administration to the committee. Biden said he refused to invoke executive privilege because it would not be in the national interest to block a congressional investigation into the insurrection. In January 2022, the Supreme Court also denied another of Trump's attempts to use executive privilege to deny the House January 6 committee access to White House records as part of its investigation. Barbara McQuaid, a University of Michigan law professor and former U.S. attorney, said she didn't think Biden would assert executive privilege if Trump called him back on Pence. I'm sure Biden would refuse, and if I went to court, I think Trump would lose based on the court's previous ruling that Trump could not use executive privilege to prevent the National Archives from providing documents to the January 6 Commission and U.S. Nixon, who says executive privilege it must result in a confrontation with stronger national interests under a criminal investigation, McQuaid told Newsweek. McQuaid and Vance both note how Richard Nixon failed to use executive privilege as a shield during the Watergate investigation. In 1973, Special Prosecutor Archibald Cox subpoenaed the former president to turn over tapes he made in the Oval Office that showed Nixon discussing the robbery at the Democratic National Committee headquarters in Washington, D.C. Nixon refused to invoke executive privilege and took his case to the Supreme Court. Nixon then lost his case, which led to the release of the tapes and the revelation that the president knew about the break-in and participated in the attempted cover-up. Vance also believes there is no indication that Biden or the courts will shift from their positions that Trump can invoke executive privilege during a criminal investigation of the former president. Smart money says at Trump it will be unsuccessful here. Executive privilege wouldn't be enough to prevent Mike Pence from testifying. The courts may have already made that verdict, in substance, Vance said, adding, "The clock is ticking on Mike Pence's grand jury appearance." Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe and make sure to press the bell icon to get notifications when I upload a new video.